at some of the business benefits that people will experience through shared leadership are more interconnectedness across the organization. Again, bringing humanity back to the workplace. People can be themselves. There's a greater depth of sharing of ideas, and you're able to get into that untapped knowledge that sits in the system without being tapped into for a long time. If you're in a very directive, hierarchical type of situation, people don't feel free to speak up. So those things actually translate into better policies, better procedures, streamlined work, work efforts, tightening of systems. There are all of these kind of business processes that are affected by these very humanistic changes.
We came together as a team, truly for the first time as people, and how that bonded us, how wonderful Lori and the team were to guide us through this process, really self-discovery and reflection, and also introducing to us the principles of shared leadership and helping us map out our journey.
It builds this level of trust that didn't really exist before. Not that we didn't trust each other, but trust at a much deeper level. We're able to tap what we call the genius in the room. And so I think, at a leadership level, for me, one of my big shifts was really moving from, more of a, really a directive style to more of a hosting style. And this whole process is really about how do we host the very best environment we can so that the very best of our coworkers comes out. And so employing the folks at GRTL was really critical for us to be able to develop the skills and the muscle memory to be able to include more of our teammates in our decision-making process for all of us to have a better place to work.
Well, I'm Ed Rodolfi. I'm the Vice President of Sales for the Masiello Group. I've been with the company for about 6 years, and I've been on the shared leadership journey for nearly 3. People are more comfortable around me. And that kind of comfort, maybe it's trust, right? I think that people then trust. We trust each other better, and out of that comes a whole new energy around problem solving, around interacting, around all of the daily things that need to be done. And now I still have all these tasks, but I'm supported in a completely different way. I'm getting tasks done in a completely different way. That's not as frenetic, that's not as nutty. Because I'm not alone. I'm not alone, and it's not up to me to have to do everything. I don't have to be the one. I can be one of the ones, and that's much more powerful.
Shared leadership means collaboration between vested parties in whatever you're working on, or in your team, to co-create systems and processes that allow for growth and happiness and overall healthy, prosperous life for everybody.
Well, I think it's interesting. I think it means inclusivity. It's also a time for, it's interesting because I've been in a couple of meetings since this shared leadership thing has been going on, and they've been with Chris, and everything's been very democratic. And I'm always thinking, is someone going to actually kind of say, let's stay on the agenda here, or someone going to, because there's a lot of, pathways that were taken. And I remember saying to, Ed Rodolfi, I said, is this, are we going to pull it back? And he's like, this is kind of part of the shared leadership. I'm like, wow, yeah. And it was actually really cool because I experienced it in firsthand, where everyone had a say, even though, Chris was there and Joanne was there. And I felt like everyone's opinions and ideas were completely 100% welcome. And I thought it was really cool. And I think that's the point, or I think that was it in actual action.
After going through the process so far, it really means that we are a whole team. Every one of us truly has shared responsibility in how we function and how we lead in our responsibilities, and that we all contribute to the same shared success. Well, in our case, Grady's title. But what it also means is we have formed stronger relationships within our team, inside and outside of work. Our interactions are more mindful. We truly are functioning at a whiteboard level, a common term that people and folks might hear, but it truly is constantly rethinking the wheel, and it allows the freedom to do that with this type of concept and bringing it into the workplace environment.
Leadership is when a group of people who are equally invested in a topic and they have a successful outcome.
In actuality, I mean, if you're asking about how I think we implement it or what it probably means in the interim, I think it just means like personal responsibility to make necessary changes as we see fit as an employee and as a human, I guess.
So I originally thought of it as like a King Arthur round table sort of thing, where all of us were together and equal, communicating our thoughts and ideas. But now it's more of like a community. I really like my shared leadership team, and I think we talk a lot.
I just enjoy the shared leadership. It means a lot to me. It's skills that I can take with me when I leave the Masiello group, skills that I can use outside. It's a great experience.